If your business bucket has holes in it, simply pouring more leads into the top is not the solution. You must fix the leaks first. Welcome to the Business Wisdom Podcast. I'm Clive Innover. I'm a business strategist and I help you discover the clarity needed to better identify, engage more effectively, and convert more of your ideal client. For over 30 years, I've been mentoring, coaching, and strategizing with business owners all across the world. My goal has always been simple: to help you achieve the ever-elusive work-life balance that includes true financial success, giving you clarity and growth so you can build a business that supports your life, not a life that is consumed by your business.
Welcome to the Business Wisdom Podcast, where business strategist Clive Innover shares his inner business wisdom with you. Each episode is packed with his experience to help you grow and develop your own business wisdom. Join Clive as he shares his wisdom with you.
Many founders and business owners fundamentally misunderstand communication. This is not about social media metrics, going viral, public speaking, or crafting the perfect email subject line. This is about the true measurable impact of your communication. How do we measure it? Through retention. Whether we're talking about keeping your best clients coming back or retaining your top team members, retention is the ultimate litmus test of how well you communicate. If people are staying, trusting the process and buying again, your communication is clear. If they are leaving, churning, or showing signs of buyer's remorse, you don't necessarily have a service problem, you have a communication problem. Sometimes, when I sit down with a founder for a strategic advisory session, they tell me they need more leads. They say things like, "We just need to get our message in front of more people." But when we look at their operational numbers, they are consistently losing clients at specific time milestones, and their turnover is consistently uncomfortably high. Here's a fundamental truth. Offer clarity is the single greatest predictor of customer retention and repeat sales, yet it is frequently overlooked in favour of lead generation. Too many business owners treat clarity as a mere marketing tactic. It's not. Clarity is a financial metric that dictates the entire lifetime value of your customers. Let's look at the psychology of clarity for a moment. The human brain is a calorie-saving machine. It is quite literally designed to avoid unnecessary effort. If a prospective client has to work hard to understand what you do, how you do it, or how you can help them, they will simply stop trying. A confused mind always says no or later. Later, by the way, means no. Many business owners fall into the trap of using dense professional jargon. They think it makes them look established, sophisticated, or authoritative. However, in the real world, jargon just makes your business look obscure. If 10 of your past clients give 10 completely different answers about what it is you actually do, you have a clarity problem. And that problem is costing you in referral friction and lost repeat business. Think about the value gap. The value gap is the space between what a customer thinks they bought and what they actually experience. When your communication lacks clarity from the outset, you accidentally overpromise and underclarify. What happens next? Buyer's remorse. When the delivery doesn't perfectly match the vague dream you sold them initially, the client feels disconnected. They leave, and you're left wondering why your retention rates are slipping, generally assuming your service must have failed. But your service didn't fail. Your communication failed to properly establish the expectation. Retention actually starts the moment someone encounters your brand. Strategic retention isn't just about trying to keep everybody. In fact, a clear offer should actively repel the wrong people. Yes, you heard that right. Good communication repels the wrong people. It repels those who expect the world for very little, those who constantly demand things outside your scope, and those who would eventually damage your reputation because they were never fit for your solution in the first place. It repels someone who wants something you don't provide. No long discussions, no long explanation as to why you don't deliver what they want, just a clear, precise description of what you actually do. Strategic retention means only signing people who are an ideal fit for your solution. That is, your ideal client. When you communicate clearly, you build a protective fence around your business that only the right people find their way through. This brings us to what I call the clarity equation. Value minus confusion equals conversion. But if we take it a step further, for the lifetime of the business, value minus confusion equals long-term retention. And what about repeat sales? Repeat sales are the real engine of wealth in any enterprise, yet most owners spend 90% of their time on lead generation and only 10% on the next step. To drive repeat business, the end of every service should be the clear beginning of the next one. This is about mapping the what next journey or climbing the value ladder. If your clients reach the end of a contract and are surprised to find that you offer a follow-up service, that is a massive failure of communication. You must use milestone language to explain the transition from your entry offer, what we might call base camp, all the way to the summit. When clients clearly know the roadmap, they stick around for the journey. Measuring communication impact through retention doesn't apply just to your clients. It applies equally, or perhaps even more so, to your team. Behind every successful business owner is a team that functions smoothly. I talk a lot about hitting a ceiling of complexity. You've built a successful business through sheer force of will. You have the clients, you have the team, you have the revenue. But you've also inherited a new set of problems. Decision fatigue. A team that relies way too heavily on you, and a strategy that feels more reactive than proactive. No business owner can or should do everything alone. If you're still trying to, you're setting yourself up to fail. Building a team allows you to delegate tasks that don't fit your expertise while retaining control over the strategic direction. But how do you get them to operate independently? Through alignment that speeds decisions. When a business is aligned across its mission, vision, priorities, systems, and people, decisions don't drag. And when decisions move, the business moves. But alignment doesn't happen by accident. It requires crystal clear, ongoing communication. A business without alignment tends to value almost everything, which creates noise. When outcomes are unclear, when expectations are unspoken, or when decisions do not match the long-term plan, you get double handling and rework. This misalignment breeds frustration and completely undermines trust within your team. If your staff retention is low, I can almost guarantee your internal communication is broken. People don't leave just for better pay. They leave because of ambiguity. They leave because they don't know what good looks like in your business. When roles are clear and goals are shared, you're not carrying the entire weight yourself. Alignment strengthens accountability. You don't need to supervise every action when the team implicitly understands the standards. When everyone pulls in the same direction, execution is smoother. Decisions stick. And here's the really beautiful part about effective internal communication. It protects your time. When your team knows exactly what the priorities are, they can make decisions without you, using the priorities as a filter. That is the ultimate test of effective internal communication. You retain your staff because they feel empowered, and you retain your time because you aren't stuck in the weeds. How do you fix this? How do we measure and improve our communication to drive retention across the board? Perform a 3-point clarity audit this week. It's a simple exercise, but the insights you gather will be invaluable for your strategy moving forward. First, the third-party test. Can someone completely outside your industry explain what you do and identify the very first step they need to take after looking at your website for just 30 seconds? Not 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Show your homepage to a friend, a neighbour, or a stranger at a coffee shop. If they can't pass the so what test, if they can't easily tell you why your business matters, your communication is too complex. Strip away the jargon. Second, the inquiry to confusion ratio. Take a look at your last 20 client inquiries. What percentage of those people ask questions that are already supposedly answered on your website or in your brochures? If people are asking you how much your service costs, how long it takes, or what the process is, and you think you've already published that information clearly, your communication isn't clear enough. It's getting lost in the noise. And third, the expectation check-in. This is perhaps the most powerful tool for measuring retention directly. Reach out to a client who has been with you for 3 to 6 months. Ask them this simple question. When you first signed up with us, what were you most excited about? And has that actually happened? Listen very closely to their answer. If what they were excited about doesn't match what you actually deliver, you have a value gap. You need to adjust your front-end communication so that expectations align perfectly with execution. At the end of the day, clarity is the bridge that takes you from being a commodity, someone who just does stuff, to being an authority who solves real problems. Authorities always have higher retention and repeat sales because their clients and their teams implicitly trust the roadmap. You probably didn't start a business to work more for less freedom. You started it to create a better life. But without boundaries and without clear communication that aligns your team and your clients, your business overtakes your life instead of enhancing it. Invest the time now to clarify your offer and your internal messaging. It's a much higher return activity than launching any new ad campaign or buying a complicated new piece of software. Fix the bucket before you turn on the hose. If you've hit that ceiling of complexity and you're ready to stop just running your business and start truly leading it, I'm here to help. For over 3 decades, I've helped founders navigate this exact transition. You can unlock your business's full potential by heading over to my website at enevergroup.com.au and stepping into the Business Wisdom Vault. It's packed with my complete course library, practical tools, resources, and expert strategy guides designed to strip away the complexity holding your growth back. Or if you'd like one-on-one high-level advisory to refine your direction, you can book a discovery session with me directly on the site. Ask about the Strategic Wisdom Advisory Program. Together, we'll make sure you're hitting your targets and building a business that genuinely supports your lifestyle. I'm Clive Enever. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Remember, communicate with clarity, lead with intention, and watch your retention soar.
Thanks for joining Clive. Remember to subscribe for more business wisdom. Want to work with Clive? Book a discovery call with him at enevergroup.com.au.